Day 4 of sailing from London to Saudi Arabia for Hajj.
Good morning, good morning. Today we find ourselves on the fuel pontoon because we need to fill up fuel. Otherwise I just found out that it's about 55%, so we only used about 30% across the whole crossing, which is pretty good going. Obviously we did sail most of it, but I remember towards the end, I don't know exactly how many miles, but there was pretty much flat as a pancake. There was no wind, so we did donk. Donk is the engine, by the way. That's what our coach taught us. Big JC. But yeah, we are on the fuel pontoon, as you can see here. Got big diesel, and we're about to fill it up. Fill her up. Where's the nozzle? Just there.
I have to say, I'm a little bit impressed with the French system. Shh, don't tell anybody. They've actually got a self-service everything here in Le Havre. It's brilliant because it means that even if you turned up at 1 o'clock in the morning, you don't need the office to be open to be able to go to the bathroom, to get in and out, and to get fuel, which is very important.
We couldn't get the power on though.
No, it's because
I figured out how to get the power
because
on.
the French don't like working. That's why they.
Okay, that was not what I was saying. No, you can actually pay for it. I figured it out today.
Nice.
I know.
Take your guesses, how much fuel did we take on? How much did it cost?
Oh,
How much do you think it costs?
123 euros.
Ooh.
I can see the.
Comment below now. If you're a real one, you'll comment below now. But we just put in diesel, and that is 72 litres and 123 euros.
That's a full tank on a car, and only half a tank on ours.
Woo!
Did you break his glasses?
No.
Did you break them?
No.
Did you break them? Did you break these glasses?
No, he did.
You broke your glasses yourself, mate.
Wow.
Food is banging. You haven't got my initial reaction. This is after I've eaten like 3/4 of a plate. Sometimes people's opinion of it goes down, but Azim is a master chef, mashallah. Totally blessed to have him on board. Look at that creamy, tasty, tomatoey pasta.
Absolutely smashed it. He's been working in the kitchen there. He's got another plate coming out for Jody. So I've been asleep since the morning after helping fill up and leave the docks.
He's having a nice long sleep.
I've had a good old rest.
6 hours
so
sleep.
now we're going to obviously change shifts. These brothers will head to bed. It looks like we've been hitting the tide quite hard because we left a bit late because we are very far from Rouen. I've overheard as I woke up that we might not make it to Rouen tonight, but Dobbs has our master canal. He's our canal master. He has scouted the area and he has decided a few other areas that we can stop before Rouen. But inshallah, let's see what happens. We're going to keep pushing. I think the weather is absolutely lovely today. We've got Jody at the helm, loving life. Alhamdulillah. Here we've got that famous bridge from San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge. It does look like it a little bit. It looks like a B-Tech version. It looks like it's been designed off of that.
Let's test out the plan before we take it to America.
But no, I'll be honest, like the outskirts of France have been lovely. Le Havre was absolutely stunning. Like if I ever came back to France, I would not go to Paris. I might visit just the mosque, the Grand Mosque. But other than that, I'm going to Le Havre and I'm scouting out other places similar to Le Havre that are actually really nice. Because yeah, there's so many Muslims as well, so much youth, clean, not even like too busy where it's like overcrowded. It was lovely.
Now that we've got our mast down and our nav is not really working, we need to go manual. We are pulling out the Stow Speedo, okay? This is a manual device which uses this little twirler on the bottom. If I turn it, look, you can see it turning on there. Like just barely turning, yeah? Well, up and down. And then we throw this in, bismillah. What will happen is, that's gonna give us a reading as to how fast we're moving in the water. Now this is important because it allows us to calculate the speed of the water against us. It's gone down now, but earlier it was at 3 knots. If we look here, we're doing 5.5 knots on the Speedo. And on the nav, we're doing 5 knots. Which means there's only half a knot distance now.
The nav is your phone now, right?
The nav is my phone, and we use the manual to check how much tide was against us coming up the river. Sorted.
Sweet. So brother Dobbs, our canal master, he's showing us on his VNF app that we are going to be arriving at 6:37 to Duclair. Duclair is the last place we can stop Our aim was to get to Rouen, but obviously we left about an hour 45 minutes late due to filling up and us waking up slightly late. But that isn't too bad. So inshallah at 6:37 tonight we will be arriving at Duclair. And then tomorrow morning we'll have to head into Rouen because obviously we can't sail during the night.
First things first, I found a sneaky little hiding place for Dobbs' favourite stick. Secondly, we strapped the mast to the side here to prevent it from rocking. We added Jodie's wheelchair to the back of the boat, so that way we've got a clearer view out front. Moving up the boat, we've taken the sails and the boom up the side of the boat and placed it on top of our mast, lashing them up, making sure that all the wires from the mast and all of the wires from our sails are tucked up neatly and nicely out of the way of any footwork that we need to do. The excess wood is being stored on top. Now we can use that to bolster if anything goes wrong, but we can also use it for firewood if we fancy a BBQ. We put away the life raft because in the canals you don't need a life raft. We'll put out our dinghy. We put away the life raft into safe storage and tucked away the wires. By doing this, we're still able to maintain aeration throughout the boat. That has really summarized a heck of a lot of work. It's also very important that while we're going down the river, we keep an eye on our depth meter. That stops us running into the banks. You're right, Uncle G.
Yeah, mate.
Good morning, Mr. Pineapple.
What a beautiful day. Utte ho?
Asa utte ho? Tusa utte ho?
Ah, so 10 minute break mari tusa 10 घंटे लाने हो.
Hi.
Jwano.
It's a shame we can't just anchor
Allahu Akbar.
and then go and camp up there. That'd be sick. I've got a hammock.
It's beautiful out here, bro. You go for a swim, Tosh?
Come on then.
Marshall पहले फिर तू.
Why do I have to go first, Uncle? You're older, lead by example.
हम भी नहीं आए.
The little ones are scared all the time. Like, halfway through.
You know, sitting here, you don't feel like you're in France. You feel like you're in the middle of Egypt.
Hey, cottages.
Those cottages, yeah, they look lovely.
The old thatch roofs and everything.
I'm looking that side. That side's all derelict.
Yeah.
So we've been cooking. The boat has been cooking.
The boat is only supposed to go about 6 knots apparently, and apparently according to some people it won't go any further, but we've been doing 8.5 comfortably.
We've got a new monitor. We've removed the Ray Marine system because it's no longer connected, and this is our new navigation tool.
Basically a tablet with a cool little app that Dobbs found, mashallah, which helps us get through all of the canals and locks with full information, mashallah. Brilliant find.
And based off of that, in the last 20 minutes we've been smashing it. We've been averaging about 8 knots.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can potentially push to Rouen tonight. So right now, Dobbs and AW are going to make the decision.
No, we're going to make that decision at Duchamp.
Oh, we're going to make that decision in how long then? How long is Duchamps?
If you look here, we're going to measure how long it takes us.
If you know who Didier Deschamps is, that's what it sounds like.
You see my eyebrow go up on that one. Anyway, we are here right now. We've just measured from here to here. We want to measure from there to Duchamp. Once we arrive at Duchamp, that will give us an ETA for going around this loop. And then we've got a bigger loop to do before we get into Rouen. So it all depends on how long it took us to get from there to there.
Dancing in the moonlight.
No.
So, we have made the decision to go to Rouen, and what we've also decided is put the speed demon on the wheel. Tosh Wiggins is here, baby. Let's go.
He's more like bar, baby bell.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys are honestly a child sometimes.
Me? I'm not a child sometimes. I'm not the one who throws my toys on the ground.
Look at this guy, embarrassing. But anyway, like I said, we've made the decision to go to Rouen. I'm on the wheel. We're gonna kick it as hard as we can, and inshallah we get there before 9:30 p.m. मेरा गफलत में डूबा दिल बदल दे हवाओं हिर्स वाला दिल बदल दे मेरा गफलत में डूबा दिल बदल दे.
But yeah, as you can see, we have made it to Rouen. Your brother Azim there. We're just going to dock in here. We just find some grub. I am starving, Marvin. So the marina actually closed at 7 p.m. Obviously we're here about an hour and a half late. So we can't really speak to anyone. So we're just going to go find an empty space and just dock the boat there. It's kind of how it works in the sailing world.